trying so hard not to laugh. Oh God, this is the hardest part. Okay. My name is Rowan Drake, and this is Framed with Live 2. This frame is special to me because it's the place I live and the place I exist in. It's all of the memories that have formed the songs and the words that make up the music. I don't really have too much more to say than that, other than thank you for watching.
Nice.
Maybe.
I literally started choking on one of these bubbles
No.
during the middle of that.
That's great. I heard it with the mixture of other sounds emulating.
In some way. Like, whoa. Bro, that's crazy.
No, I hear you.
That's crazy. Wow. It just saved my life. That's wild.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. But, yeah, also, it's so funny. Whatever, because you and I literally see each other, like, once every 6 months.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
For, like, we've been doing this for, like, 2 years.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know, 2.5 years even. So, yeah, it really is interesting because, like, I feel like there's a couple artist projects I've been, like, very, very close to and, like, very hands-on with. And then there's sometimes where I'm like, okay, I met somebody once and they do their thing. But, like, it's so interesting because I have, like, a personal connection to your artist project because we, like,
absolutely
have, like, consistently just checked back in on stuff. And, like, I don't really have that relationship with any other artist. It's very interesting.
No, I mean, and I think it's funny because I feel that both of us have, since we've met each other, it's like, I mean, speaking on my side of things, it's like some of the goals are the exact same, but it's crazy how much is completely different, especially in terms of, like, the quality of what I want to be creating. I think at the beginning when I moved out here, it was all about, I want, like, fame and playing to millions of people, and even if that hasn't changed, what has changed is I'm like, it wouldn't be worth it if it was with music I wasn't proud of, and I'm starting to really realize that. And with you though, what I feel like I've seen is everything you ever say to me happens. I don't know how to describe it, but you will show me an idea in a notebook, and the next time I'll see you, it's in a video. Or even better, sometimes it's just like I watch you have the idea on the spot, and then it goes into the notebook, and then it goes into, like, the community, and then it comes out into the videos and into the world. And I find it so cool because, like, yeah, you were telling me about some of these ideas that have just come into fruition and exist now. I mean, my jaw was on the floor when I was watching that video of the concert, the 24-hour concert. It was beautiful. But I'm also just proud of both of us. I mean, I'm really proud of myself, but I'm proud of just watching everything you do. It's amazing.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's definitely cool. I feel like watching several of these artist journeys that, like, I think we've all learned what it truly means to be an artist and, like, think and move and act like an artist. And, like, I think that LA is populated with a lot of people that don't yet grasp what it means to be an artist to themselves, and they're, like, acting as if they're an artist, and people call them an artist because they're releasing music.
Yes.
And, you know, maybe we were like them at one point when we were starting out on stuff, but I think it's really interesting to see that, like, the true, like, and it's so hard to put, like, a tangible thing to it, but it's like once you grasp that core thing, whatever it is, and you realize it's like, oh, if I just do the thing that literally just makes me the most excited and don't care about any of the other bullshit, like, and stop trying to reverse engineer success or something, then that's the thing that actually makes it worth it when it hopefully eventually does work. And even if it doesn't, then it's still worth it because it's, like, from the core instead of, like, outward to the inside.
No, and it's true. And that's another thing. I mean, not to just keep singing your praises, but I think that I've also realized for myself, it's like I love my team, but there is a thing about discovering yourself is hard to do when you have a label and lawyers and managers and all of these people with idea, and you guys have done such a good job of, like, just building your own infrastructure versus going out for other infrastructure, and it allows it to, like, you can incubate ideas so away from, like, the storm of ideas that is, like, I don't know, that a lot of people, including myself, have fallen into, and it's really hard once you get into that to, like, allow yourself to, like, take a step back, because now you have all these people being like forward, and you're like, sometimes you have to pause to actually gain perspective, and I think it's really sweet what you do for a lot of the artists you work with too. But that's just another side of things.
Yeah, well, I definitely appreciate that. Yeah, sometimes it's interesting, like being just so on the outside of a lot of that, and it's like watching watching what does happen on the inside, and sometimes like not losing friends, but like it's like everything that we're doing, it is a friend group, it is like a movement, and it is like business all wrapped into one in some kind of way. But it's like just it's a movement and a friend group before anything else. So it's like artists that are members of Live 2, it's like the business is just the last part of that, you know. It's like not even necessary to like be considered a Live 2 artist. They don't even have to be signed to Live 2, you know. It's just are you part of like the outlook that we have in the way that you move and stuff, and like are you coming to the garage and hanging out with everybody and contributing your ideas to stuff? Because I think that it is like a very limiting way to look at stuff of like, oh, is this artist signed to that business or not? Because it's like there's so many different things that you can do together that like go beyond that. So
and the whole commitment, I mean, strip it away and we're just like a bunch of kids in our, I mean, I'm 20 years old. It's like sometimes I think we forget, like, because we're working with, life moves so fast around us out here that I don't know, I have this thing precariously placed, but it's just you forget that like those things are so intimidating. This is the first time we've done any of these things, so to hear like to make certain commitments, it kind of can, like, I don't know, take away some of the love from it, and I think people come to those decisions in their own time, but I don't know. I'm excited to see it though. I'm excited to come by the garage.
Yeah, man.
That's so cool. It's like a pop punk emo Midwest band like set up inside of there. I love it.
Exactly. Yeah. Meeting Dante, like that whole house and that whole friend group really represents everything that we're talking about. It's a very like, I think they're all from like the Bay Area, which is obviously just like like San Francisco represents that like counterculture way of thinking about art, I feel like, and they all embody that. It's just so, it's very cool to be around them, and like what we're doing now more than ever feels like very undeniable at its core, and I think we know who we are now, and I think that's like why it feels like things are going in a cool direction.
Yeah, and how satisfying it must be to, I mean, because maybe it's like visually it's sure of itself, but I feel like you, again, I really just do believe that you had it inside of your head for a long time now. Yeah. But I know the frustration of like being the only person who can actually truly like hear and see something, and even the people you love and trust the most, you can only communicate it so well sometimes, and that's on you. Like the ability to communicate an idea is just as important as the idea. So it's like that's a skill set that I feel like you've been developing really well, because you work with all these talented people, but you still got to be able to like both communicate the idea and leave room for them to contribute their ideas to the idea and let it change and grow. But yeah, I can't imagine how many notebooks you have. But
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's interesting, and like this idea for Framed, I like about a week ago, I guess, is when I became just super obsessed, and I've been so obsessed with it since then. Just like every day, it's like the only thing I'm thinking about. But yeah, it even like returning to scratch with an idea sometimes, and like having to convince people one by one that it's a sick thing and that they should believe in it, and like I don't know, I'm excited to start having a couple of these to be able to show people and be like, look, this is what I mean. This is
totally. Yeah, because that's, again, it's like for a while you're just like an insane person, and you're like, no, trust me, and now slowly proof of concept. But I'm so excited to, I don't know, I'm excited to be a part of it. But
hell yeah, that, I guess that, to bring this conversation full circle, I'm excited that yours is going to be the first one that we put out, because I think it makes perfect sense with like how close in a far away sense that I feel to your project, you know.
No, and
So-
I don't. It's like you said. It's like there doesn't need like. I need things like this because, I mean, me and my roommate talk about it all the time. Just because how many people really out here. I don't know. It's a bit of a fear of mine, but it's like I just feel like I personally, and that's why I admire what you've built. But like, I can really only count on like one hand how many people out here aren't like directly own some piece of me, and
Mhm.
like, and I just love having people who like we talk about everything from love to I don't even know. I mean, mostly music, but still we drive around and just like went to Griffith Park. And, like,
that was fun.
that was fun, and I need to. I don't know. I just need to be a human being too, and like, just talk to people. And this is good. This is good for me. But I'm really happy to be part of this.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You should for sure. Like I'm in the garage usually on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Okay.
And it's just out in Granada Hills, but
Yeah,
you
I'll
can
be
come
out.
through. You can do work out of there if you want to.
I would love to. I honestly, in preparation for this tour, I cleared most of my sessions and I'm just rehearsing, so I'd have a lot more free time to come do things like that.
Sweet.
And I'd love you should definitely come. The LA show, I would love to
Yeah.
have you come out. It's not for a little bit. It's the last show of the tour, but it's June 15th at the Fonda.
Nice.
So,
Sick. I will be there. That sounds
Please,
great.
please come out and but really, this was a blast. So.
Oh yeah.
And the song comes out
Yeah.
in 9 minutes.
No way. We gotta go. edit this
we
thing.
gotta go.
Dude.
You gotta get to work, dude.
This thing might come out at midnight.
Oh, shit, I gotta add this guy. You update it. Also, fuck. Okay, yeah. I'm getting.
Oh yeah, you gotta add
Yeah,
him to that.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
yeah.
funny. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I'll go home and edit this thing and